Hi guys, I just thought I'd share with you a quickie. Now I'm due to visit Oxford and I'm going to share with you my Alice themed grungy junk journal that I'm hastily putting together. I'm going to show you some vintage finds. I'm going to try and incorporate some of my textile art that I've done in the past, and let's just sort of share with you what I've done and where I am at present moment. So we've got an envelope. This is just an envelope that has been covered. I'm going to take two signatures out. So what we've got is a mixed media piece of paper. So in other words, just a piece of sugar paper that's been painted red, but you've got this lovely metallic going on. What I didn't realise was by the time I'd finished, I was actually going to cover most of the red paper. I've got 2 pages here. This was gifted to me by Anna, so I apologise. I cannot tell you which digital kit it is from, but obviously it's on an Alice in Wonderland theme. We've got this beautiful piece of gift paper that's got this wonderful Alice, and this is from Annette. And I've also got another sheet. This is also been gifted by Annette, and that's going to go onto the back of this envelope and cover up that blank section. As you can see, I've just ripped off the postal address here, so it's been used. I've actually chosen to seal it. It's not going to have a reveal a pocket at the side. So this is what I've been up to first thing this morning. So we've got this envelope, and inside we've got some 2 signatures. Now, I'm not too sure how this is all going to come together, but one thing I do know that I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to incorporate a little bit of this hand stitching here, which has got a little picture of Alice off a pin interest. I have shared how to make this like this tea bag embellishment, and as you can see, it's still on a scrappy piece of paper and with its tissue paper, which I stamped a load of sewing theme on. And I've just got this postcard here from, and as you can see, all the sewing across here with all the tails, and this is from a postcard collection. So, and this was me just peeling back the pictures, and I wasn't so keen on this particular postcard, but this one's going to be like a grungy old style of journal. Now, I said I'm off to Alice's Oxford on foot. We go to summer school, and to cut a long story short, summer school is where we go to get taught. There are lots of lessons available. I'm going off for a 3-day jelly printing course. Be my first time jelly printing, so hopefully I'll get a lot out of it. Now, saying that, we would normally go and rush around Oxford in any of our spare time. This time we're going with plenty of time. We're going Sunday to Sunday, and this is where we are going to take the opportunity to try and explore some of Lewis Carroll's, or as they put it, Alice in Wonderland. So we're going to be trying to follow as many bits and pieces as we can. There'll be history to be learned, as you can see in here. So as I go around, hopefully I'll be taking sketches. I would imagine definitely stopping for plenty of tea and scones, and scones if you're that way inclined. So I've got a wealth of information. We'll be going to Christchurch, and there's Harry Potter's main table there. I'm not so much a big Harry Potter fan, but it would be rude of me not to actually stop in and have a look. Also, we have the old sheep shop, and this is where pretty much you will find it in Oxford without any shadow of doubt, because there will be so many people. It is in this small side street, but the people that will be outside will be blocking your entrance. You have to really, if you want to photograph it, you've got to go there at sort of like 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning. If not, it is just always full of tourists. So you can see there's a wealth of information here, and this is what I will be basing a lot of my journal will be based on Alice in Wonderland. But saying that, I obviously do want to enclose some little bit of vintage, and here we have some vintage little cards. Now I can't say they're playing cards. You can get these again, they've been available on Pinterest, but the thing is, to a degree, you're not going to get the particular vintage ones that I have here. These aren't a complete set. If they were, I'd probably have something that was worth some money, but they're not all there, and so at some point or other I'm not going to glue or stick them in, but I'll probably tuck them in somewhere into this journal. Right, I said it was going to be a bit grungy. It really is just a matter of, I mean, the front envelope I've just glued stuck, and I have this waiting, but these signatures I've just literally put together from scraps that I've got sitting around on my desk. So it's a real old concoction of just about everything. So we've got things to bear in mind are I'm going to be doing some more drawing, I'm going to be doing some sketching. What I've done just to enhance a bit of this black here, because we've got mixed media paper, all types of paper. I've been also sorting out my cupboards and drawers, and I've just got this old coin here, dated, I mean I've got a few of them, but I think 1940s, and for some reason I just decided to do a rubbing of a coin, just to cause a little bit of interest, just for me. We've made little pockets, we've glued envelopes on, I've enclosed bits and pieces of scrap ready for me to do my journaling, maybe doing a few more sketches. Also to enclose in ephemera, I've got this image here of this lady. She's pushing a hoover around, and it says, just guide the hoover lightly with one hand, no need to bear down on it, it does all the work itself. Well, that's a matter of opinion for all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen, but obviously I'm going away on holiday. I shan't be, to the best of my knowledge, pushing a hoover around at any given point unless that's part of the tidy up at the end of the school day. So I've just got a little pocket going on as well behind. So that's ready for me to journal. Of course I know a little bit of what I may intend on doing. I've just taken all types of bits and pieces. Some of this is the fact that when I've done die cut, I've done a die cut here, and I didn't do a very good job. I'm sure I could cut off the selvage here, but from my point of view, it's all bibs and bobs. I've done a little bit of sewing here, with a little bit of quilting, a bit of wadding underneath. I've done this sketch here, and I think I was trying to imagine I was doing a fossil. Well, I think I just got a bit carried away with my swirls. Some recycled envelopes. I've just done some stamping. As I said, I'm going to be having some teas and some coffees out. I've got this die cut here that didn't come out exceedingly well, but it's also embossed with teacups and coffee cups, and I've just done this little piece. I've had this piece of artwork kicking around, and it's just a little teacup and saucer printed onto a book page and then coloured in, and that will give me a pocket, and it's on a book page. We've got some really thin paper here that is just in my collection, so handmade paper, and I've just got some of that passion fruit, that recent passion fruit coffee stained graph paper there, and that's for me to journal on, just on a bog standard book page, but this book page is just more like quotes, and that's why it's brown. I salvaged this page. I cut out an image from the centre, and what I've generally done, if I take that away, I've just put some more of that tissue paper in the centre, so you can see where I've cut something out. Why waste an entire piece of paper? So got that and made a sort of like a sliding area. I've just enjoyed the fact that I've got a piece of paper here that's written in French, and so that's just been glued at the bottom. Old notepad, just a bit of stamping here. What I've done is stamped on the other side as well. It does show through, so rather than put it in another book page, it's sort of more scrappy in my personal opinion. We've got these style of little envelopes. At some point I was doing an attempt of sort of like a mixed media little wallet here, and so you just see where I've taken advantage of cutting it up. And I may enclose something inside, I could write in it, you name it, but that's tucked in there because we've just got a little bit of red stamping at the top. More graph paper, and this predominantly is pretty scrappy. Some of it I've just left a bit of the tails sticking out, part of the envelope. I haven't even, this side of the envelope is free, so I'm not sure how we're going to work that through. I just love the oaks of the National Trust that's come through on that envelope, and I've just literally kept this one. That's just got 1912, and it is a photocopy, and it's just been glued in for interest. Lines here that have naturally just come through from the original piece of this document, really. Then we've just got more coffee stained paper, we've got some stamping, we've got some mixed media paper, odd pages that have never made it into a journal at all. This is a little bit of a digital toolkit by Lace Boutique One. This I think is one of her first ones she done. So we've got a little bit of a pocket there, some music paper, tea bag here, yet again with some wadding, and we've just got a little tag that's tucked, but as you can see where I've sewn down the side, it's just beginning to get a little warm. Another book page, and that's just because I've cut it out at some point. It's got interest on both. Not 100% sure why it's in here, but it was kicking around on my desk. Some more of my handmade stamps that I've done from using my weights, and this I just coffee stained the piece of paper. As I said, this is pages that I haven't enclosed in journals, so we've just got this lovely old image here. It's cut out of a book, a bit of crochet trim, an old postage stamp, and a little bit of scrap, but it gives me some blank pages. More mixed media paper, or you know, I'm ready there. I've tissue papered it up. You can see where I've just plonked tea bags, just plonked round tea bags on to dry, and then it's leaving me this blank white area here. I've just got another piece of handmade paper with some mopping up really of stamps. I'm not sure if that is going to go in there, but with two sketches behind how that will work out. I'm not sure that I'm going to have enough time to fill either of these two signatures, but you never know. So as I said, some of this has been stamped up prior, and then we've got some more lines going on there. So all in all, fingers crossed, I will be able to use these two signatures. Currently, the next stage is probably for me to put some distress ink on the outside edge. Consider trying to get this onto the back there, trying to not use up any. I mean, I just love the gift wrap that's been given to me in the first place. Try and incorporate more of the Alice's Oxford on foot, and maybe some of these vintage cards. Well, there you go, guys. That's what I'm trying my utmost to finish before the end of today. And to give you an idea, it's coming up 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I probably can dedicate another 2 hours on this, and then it really is a matter of calling it a day and concentrating on my personal self. Anyway, guys, hope to catch up with you soon. It's going to be a week from now, but I'm sure I'm going to have a lot to share. Take care. Bye-bye.